very loud boom.
And it's coming in as an explosion, and I think it's going to be a lot higher than this.
You could just feel the earth shake.
We did have a explosion.
This is probably going to be, I think, bigger than what it is.
Blown up, gone, distributed over a number of probably lots up in that area.
Thanks for staying with us. An explosion rocked a duplex this morning in the village of Oregon. Drone video shows one side of the house blown away with debris, a debris field littering the backyard.
A neighboring house caught fire and was also badly damaged. But the good news, the most important news, no one was injured in the blast. We have had crews on the scene all day today, and we start with our Tahlil Moeddin. Tahlil, what happened there?
That's right. While the dozens of emergency responders who took action in the immediate aftermath of this explosion are no longer here, the damage to these buildings and the piles of debris remain. Now, the biggest change since this morning is officials have now allowed neighbors in the area to return to their homes, but they say getting to that point with everybody safe took a lot of teamwork. Even before the 911 calls came in.
We received some radio traffic on our local government channel.
The Oregon Fire Department knew they had to gear up.
Some public works folks were out and basically heard an explosion in the area.
Fire crews found the remnants of a duplex still under construction on the 800 block of Oregon Parks Avenue.
We believe there was some gas of some nature that's pretty much total lost, blown up, gone, distributed over a number of probably lots up in that area.
The fire from that explosion spread to two other buildings. Oregon Fire Chief Glenn Linsmeyer says luckily no one was home at the time, but with so many unknowns about the explosion, their focus was on the entire block.
And of course, our first and foremost objective is to life safety and taking care of folks that are on the street and in the immediate area.
The Oregon Police Department took the lead on evacuation, getting dozens of people, including children at a nearby daycare, to safety.
A huge thank you to the school district for helping bus some children out of the area that were at a local daycare. I believe the evacuation couldn't have gone any better.
Officials from Alliant Energy shut off gas and electricity between North Bergamot Boulevard and Alpine Parkway as emergency responders worked to knock down the flames, a job Chief Linsmeyer says was made more chaotic because of the widespread debris. Before they could move in their trucks, they needed to clear the road.
You just look at an explosion field and you're looking at sheets of plywood, you're looking at shingles, you're looking at all of the components that go through a house.
And while they are still investigating the cause, Linsmeyer says that with no injuries to report, he's pleased with the outcome. So far, early findings show that the explosion appeared to be high and out of the ground. Both fire and police officials say they don't suspect any foul play. Now, continuing our team coverage to hear from those shaken by the explosion, we turn to our Arman Rahman.
That's right, Tahlil. Now imagine sitting at home or walking your dog and literally feeling the ground shake beneath your feet. Shockwaves and sound coming from who knows where. That's what residents in and around Oregon had to deal with this morning. Just Barr captured the shockwaves on Ring camera video as they shook her doorstep and caused some damage.
First thought, and I was texting a friend, was that there was an explosion, but that seems so unrealistic for Oregon. And so I thought maybe a tree fell down or a car hit the house.
Others working nearby say it sounded like a large piece of furniture falling over, but everyone says no matter what they heard, they felt the blast. And we'll hear more from other neighbors on their reaction to today's explosion later on tonight. For now, live in Oregon, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Arman, thank you, and Tahlil as well. Oregon residents say their neighborhood is usually quiet, but the aftermath of today's house explosion left some witnesses shaken. When Oregon resident Sam Bronchetti heard a knock at his door, he says he didn't know what was going on. Police told him he needed to evacuate immediately. Thanks to footage taken on his Ring camera, Bronchetti was able to document the moments of chaos that followed.
In my way to the front door, saw a bunch of smoke, saw some people outside. I'm like, what's going on? They said, well, your bush is caught on fire, and we just put it out with a shovel.
He also tells us he saw debris falling outside of his house. Tonight at 6, more on his experience and how he was affected. We first told you about the explosion with a push on our News 3 app just after it happened this morning. You can find more about the explosion plus more of our drone footage streaming on the app right now.